Ever had the feeling of a machete to the nape of your neck? Nah, mostly Titans do. And I'm not speaking of an Asian cartoon. I'm reeling off the names of soldiers that died for Yeshua's platoon. This piece is in honor of martyrs, disciples, and missionaries too. I'm sorry if my tears break out. My glands are full, cause these stories are true. They lost their lives like it was nothing. Like blowing dust from rice, it meant nothing. To them, it was in sickness and in health, in living and in death. For the love of Christ, they were driven to their death. A kind of love unfathomable, even to Romeo and Juliet. So I ask again, ever had the feeling of a machete to the nape of your neck? Nah, I guess. Was lost in thoughts, maybe in class or on my mattress. While my muscles rested, my mind tried to fit. I tried to fit my feet in the shoes neat for these matters. Because if you've never had their wounds, you never know their pain, let alone ever know how to address their pain. A handsome missionary, a beautiful evangelist, couple bliss, blessed with a couple of kids, they kissed goodbye before they lost their heads. Why won't a life no matter? They were asked, Jesus or otherwise. It's wise to say the other, but they chose a God wrapped in swaddling clothes. While we're here sampling roles to take for Christ, how do we give him souls? Was their highest of goals, for which they would rather die at their post. If you were in those shoes, you won't remember a Christmas tree. The only three you remember is the countdown to set your body free of the weight of your head. I'm sorry if this scares you. And these chronicles of Titans tears you. Apologies if my words are pierced through the fleshy tablets of your heart. But bro, you can now check the weight of your love if you care to. Mine? I've denied him more than 3 times if you count them. They slipped into glory after the countdown. These bobo don't sell Jesus for silver. They were sold for cents and kobo. For many, their only bail from death was jail, while some had nails knocked in their flesh with boards clearly written for sale. Slaves to Jesus and the whip, because Master Jesus tore the veil and they knew his works were for real and worth dying for. Some were slowly buried alive, standing upright with the same request at each level: denounce Jesus. And the sand grew from their ankles to their knees, waist, shoulders, just to spread the love they were overwhelmed with like cancer. They stood upright in their faith and in the ground because they understood that Christ is worth dying for and there's no turning back around. This was the strength of the love they found. There I was, asking in confusion because these questions were really tasking. What did these guys believe? That a slit to the throat was a relief, a belief for which they would rather die than live in this fleeting beauty of a world whose painted leaves look evergreen, but really they were never green. 1, they believed in Trinity's ability to be one. 2, to live is Christ, to die is gain, and no glory here too. 3, God is love and Christ is worth dying for. 4, for we are crucified with Christ, nevertheless we live, yet not us, but Christ that lives in us. The life which we now live in the flesh, we live by the faith of the Son of God who loved us and gave himself for us. So they found life in death and death to the life of the flesh while living. And I would rather die than not subscribe to the life they lived. To the words of Jesus they wrote with their blood in red. I will not bow to the mouth of any lion that's not the King of Zion. I will not cleave to anything in this wretched world except the rugged cross that Jesus died. No glory in this world, no greatness here for me until you come, until your kingdom reigns indeed. Keep breaking, molding, making until I become a spitting image of the one that made me in his image. Maranatha, Maranatha. Come, Lord Jesus. The night is dark and the day is even darker. Come, Lord Jesus. The night is dying. He keeps crying. Come, Lord Jesus. They didn't die for a lie. They didn't die for a lie. Oh, atheists, they didn't die for a lie. And someday, he'll crack the skies, and with his dominant smile, he'll expose the spree of religious lies. So write this: that day, even ISIS will know who Christ is. So my question is, are you ready?